Today's matchup is Otachi versus the male Muto. And I am aware that Muto stands for Massive Unidentified Terrestrial Organism, and it means basically any massive organism, that's what they call it. But in the Godzilla movie, the only thing it's called is a Muto. There's no other name for it, so that's why I'm calling it the male Muto. Otachi is a Category 4 Kaiju that came into the Pacific Rim movie with the double event with Leatherback, stands at around 200 feet tall, and the male Muto came into the Godzilla movie, was in a cocoon state, and then broke out from there, and is standing around 200 feet tall as well. So there are a couple similarities between these kaijus. They're both around the same size at 200 feet tall. They both have the ability to fly. They both have wings. Obviously, Otachi can put the wings away, and while the male Muto always has the wings out. But having the ability to fly and be around the same size, these are two very similar kaijus. And they both have some very interesting weaponry as well. Otachi has the acid that was very effective in the Pacific Rim movie, totally destroyed Cherno Alpha, almost totally disabled Cherno Alpha. And the male Muto also has a very interesting power, which is being able to send out an EMP blast to totally disable any electronics, even though obviously this ability would be useless in this battle because there's no electronics. Now, if you're fighting a Jaeger, it would be very useful, even though that blast would be able to disable Jaegers, but against a kaiju, it'll be totally useless. But I thought it was worth pointing out. And a big weapon that Otachi has on her side is the tail. Now, this tail is insane. It's very mobile, and it's very effective. It was able to destroy Crimson Typhoon, rip off the head of Crimson Typhoon, just rip it right off, destroy the Jaeger. It was able to knock back Gypsy Danger. It was able to knock back Cherno Alpha. This tail is very useful and very impressive, and the Muto will definitely have to watch out for this tail, for sure, in battle. And if we're looking at the accomplishments and the feats of these kaijus, the male Muto is able to go up with Godzilla. Now, yeah, in the 3 meetings they had, the male Muto lost all 3, but he was still able to go up with Godzilla. Godzilla, who is a major kaiju, one of the strongest kaijus ever, and he was able to go up with Godzilla on multiple occasions. Yes, Godzilla ended up killing the male Muto, but he was still able to go up with Godzilla, take a bite from Godzilla. In this scene, Godzilla bites the male Muto in the neck and throws him. And the male Muto is able to rebound and come right back. But as far as accomplishments go, Otachi definitely has the male Muto beat, because Otachi was able to destroy Crimson Typhoon, rip his head right off, was able to almost totally disable Cherno Alpha with the acid, and was also able to knock around Gypsy Danger. And with all the hits that Otachi has taken some major hits from Cherno Alpha, and then been sliced up by Crimson Typhoon. And then after all of that, Otachi was still able to put up a major battle with Gypsy Danger, and Gypsy Danger had some major hits on Otachi as well. Otachi took so many major hits and still just kept fighting. Otachi definitely has the better accomplishments for sure. So if these two kaijus were lined up, I do think there are a lot of factors. Otachi has had the better accomplishments, but the male Muto was able to go up with Godzilla on multiple occasions, and I just thought back to another moment where the male Muto, when fighting Godzilla, it was a team-up with the female and male Muto trying to kill Godzilla. The male Muto does a move where he flies up and flies back down and nails Godzilla with his sharp arms. That would definitely be a move that he would want to use against Otachi, but Otachi just has way too many weapons, way too many things going into battle. The acid would be very dangerous for the male Muto, and I really don't know if the male Muto could really handle that acid. I don't think it would totally kill him, but that would definitely be something that would be very lethal to the male Muto. And the tail of Otachi is very dangerous. If the male Muto tries to sneak up on her, then that tail will be a very big danger. The male Muto, I just don't think will be able to overcome these crazy things that Otachi has. And if this battle went into the air, I feel the male Muto would really need to watch out, because then that tail could swing from underneath. If these two were both flying through the air, Otachi could use the acid, could use the tail, the sharp horns on top. There's just way too many weapons. The Otachi is just way too deadly, and with the accomplishments that Otachi has had, I have to give this win to Otachi. The male Muto is very tough and has gone up with Godzilla, the toughest, biggest monster, one of the toughest, biggest monsters in the universe. As much as the male Muto wouldn't be easy to take down, he does have the size a little bit. I have to give the win to Otachi. But as always, let me know down below who you think will win in this matchup, and thanks for watching.